Okay, people, I just wanted to show you what I've been finding down my microscope. I also recently brought a eyepiece camera so that I can um, take pictures of them. But this is a tardigrade, also known as a water bear, or moss piglet. They've actually got 8 legs. Um, So two are sort of at its behind. Oh, there's the second tardigrade. And they've got a little pig snout of a nose in the front. And they're part of the micro animals. Really tough little things that can shrivel up into a sort of a spore type thing when there's not enough water. And can survive in that form with at zero, at extremes of temperature and radiation, and they've even been taken into space. And they exist in all sorts of leaf litter and lichen and moss. They can be in the sea, in the water, as well as in the sea. Sorry, they can be on land. These are, I think, water tardigrades, because I scraped them from some moss that was right at the edge of the water at Lake Wendouree, and I've just been so amazed at how prolific they are. And here's a little baby one, tiny, tiny, tiny. And he's moving all his legs, all her legs, all its legs. I think they're male and female. They can reproduce asexually. They're a funny organism because they're born with the exact same number of cells that they carry throughout their life, and the cells are grow in size and obviously in function, but they don't grow in number like normal cell growth would be. I just find them super intriguing. Oop. Here I've magnified it. I can't remember what the magnification is, but it's quite high, and it's a little bit hard to keep it all in focus. But you can see its head. It's got like a V-shaped structure. And it points towards the snout, and it's wriggling away. I find it so funny. I find looking down the microscope is a sort of a little bit of mindfulness for me, because I've got to concentrate and look at what I'm, trying to pick up these on a little speck of, this is 2 drops, 3 drops of water, dirty sort of pond water, and there's a whole cosmos of life struggling under a little glass cover slide. It's amazing. And then there's obviously other bugs and stuff which I'm learning about. I think they're ciliate protozoans or something. Where am I now? So here's one who's very sluggish, slow moving, not as sort of vibrant as the others. And you can see right in the middle there's some greeny sort of stuff that's in its stomach. And I've actually seen one under the microscope take a poo. So the green stuff that was in its stomach sort of shot out the back end. I wasn't able to capture it on film. I have seen a video of it. Pardon me. I have seen a video of it on YouTube. I was just amazed to see it. Yeah. It's when it's this high focus, magnification, it's hard to focus on the whole organism. But you can see its head is with its two little eyes on the left, sort of now looking down, and its back legs are up towards the top. You see the two back legs stretching like the cat does sometimes. It's funny. Here you'll see there's two tardigrades, but the bigger one that's right in the middle. There's as the water under the cover slide is evaporating and the air bubbles getting bigger, it gets squashed. It's like in Star Wars when the walls are crushing in on the sides. And I think I pop a drop or two of water just to the edge of the cover slide, and I think you'll see it flooding through in a second. I can't quite remember if that's what I did here. Oh, there we are. So I flushed water. I put a drop of water at the edge of the cover slide, so it just floods across. So you see bits of debris and other little animals and stuff. And right next to the big one is that a smaller tardigrade. It's going, what the fuck's going on? Oh no! Like, these are really tiny. If you looked at the slide where the microscope eyepiece is focused, you might see a little speck. Like, it's way smaller than rice, a speck of rice, but it's like a speck of dust. And just when you see them under the microscope, you think, oh my god, if these were sort of normal animal size in the zoo, they'd be so cute. Like the size of an otter or little hippopotamus or something. You'd think that would be so cute. I've got a couple more. Oh no, the next slide I was going to show you is a thing called a Hydra, and these are animals. I'll show you in a second. They're animals, although they look like plants, and they're actually in some ways related to jellyfish. And again, these are found in moss at the edge of the lake at Lake Wendouree. It's just amazing stuff. I'm not sure what it's doing here, but it's clearly sort of twisting itself up and contorting. It has been in the fridge. I've got it on the slide, and you have the glass slide, the droplets of water, and then a little thin cover slide over the top. So whether it's been suffering a bit because it hasn't had food to eat, or lacking a little bit of oxygen, or maybe it's a little bit on the cold side, because I think Hydra prefer sort of temperate to warm conditions. So it was a little bit sluggish when I was looking at it the other day when I videotaped this. And then I gave it some water. You can see the water streaming past it, and that's me dropping some water at the edge of the cover slide so that it seemed like it was expanding and rehydrating a bit. So it was interesting. I do have footage of it when I first found it, and I was using an iPhone contraption to sort of attach to the eyepiece, and it was moving a lot more energetically. So I might see if I can find that footage and put that on. I'm just going to a slightly higher magnification, and you can see like there's that green internal structure is actually algae. For some reason some of the Hydra incorporate the algae. Oh, pardon me. Oh, sorry, it's quite late here, so I'm a bit tired. The algae are incorporated into its body, but on the outside of the algae there's like a clear lining of cells. I'm not sure if I focus in on that so you can see it a bit better, but that's where the stinging components of the Hydra's hunting skills are, hunting mechanism is. So at the moment, the Hydra, this is when the Hydra's had a bit of time to hydrate, and it becomes a little bit more animated. But what I'm going to do is just see if I can find the old footage I have of when I first found the Hydra, and it was like tentacleizing everywhere. This is when I first met the Hydra, and you'll notice this is called dark field illumination, but the Hydra had budded another Hydra, which apparently it does every month or so, into a brand new organism. So that Hydra, I'm not sure when it did this, because it was just on the slide, will form a new Hydra, will detach and become its own thing. There's some sort of little crustacean-y thing. In a moment, you'll see the tentacles, will be moving around quite prolific, actively. I must admit, when I first saw it down the microscope, I gave myself a little bit of a fright, because I thought, oh my god, it looks like an alien. And then I had to remind myself that this is like microscopic. You can actually see a little green speck on the slide where the Hydra is, if you know what you're looking at, but it's microscopic. Anyway, I think I've bored you all enough. I find this is really quite exciting to see. Just discovering these things that are outside of our normal perception, and just realizing that there's this whole world out there of struggle and survival, which we're just completely oblivious to, except for maybe the fact that we walk past a bit of water and we go, oh, that stinks a bit. Well, in that stinky stuff is where all the good life forms are, all this amazing stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy making this and showing this to you all. Okay, bye now.